All right, so now we're going to do a quick walk around on your new Knapheide valve maintenance trailer, valve maintenance skid. So let's take a quick look up here. All right, so we have your pressure washer water tank, fuel tank, and then also you have your blower and your pressure washer unit itself. All your drive belts are right here. One of the important things to remember about the pressure washer and the blower is that they're driven through this hydraulic unit right here. They're both clutch driven, and you need to start them both when you are in idle position. That's going to stretch out the life of your clutches and won't burn them out as much. This particular unit has a Kohler engine, and then also you have your recharge tank or antifreeze tank depending on where you are. Here in our territory in Florida and Georgia, not so much of a big deal unless you're in northern Georgia. Also, you have a 15 amp 30-foot reel that can be run off of your inverter, which always needs to be in the on position, and you should be running the truck when you're using the inverter. Alrighty, so as we keep moving around on the tour, you have here behind the cones, you have your unleaded fuel tank. Notice that it has unleaded fuel on the top. If you have the diesel version, it'll have the green cap. And then if we move forward here, you have the control panel, which controls the slide and open and dump of the tank, as well as your water, your vacuum, and you can run the water and vacuum at the same time. You have your lights and the control panel, the work lights, as well as the bar on the back. Here you have the hydraulic controls. This particular unit is really neat because it's brand new. So the hydraulics are not automatically on. You have to physically turn them on before you start to operate. Once you turn them on, then you can select whether you're going to use the arm or the hydraulic auxiliary hydraulic unit. Again, in the previous video we covered our new hydraulic unit, which is right here. This is the ERV 750, which will do the exercising for your valves, and we'll go into more detail on that a little bit later. We talked about the hydraulics for your tank. This is your 250-gallon waste tank. As you can see, it has a spillway on the top, which is a really new and very cool addition, which will help keep your unit nice and clean. We talked about the work lights and then the bar on top there. This area right here, we have two different reels. You have your pressure washer reel as well as your auxiliary hydraulic unit here. And these operate when you hear the click. When you hear the click, it stops. When you don't hear the click, it goes back in. This is the dump for the pressure for the water out of the tank. And the refill valve is right here also. Your pressure washer is right here. And I recommend that you go ahead and lube that up too, because that's one of the places that normally corrodes. And that's the quick tour of, this is your relief valve to let loose of any fluid or water in the tank itself. This is your pressure relief valve. So if anything gets stuck in the vacuum while you're vacuuming, it can release the pressure and allow you to remove that obstruction out of the hose and continue to operate. This right here shows you that you're at 60%. The sight glass here shows you you're at 60%. And from a safety perspective, we do recommend that you wear eyes and ears when you're operating this equipment. This is your filter. And that filter comes out with half turns. Pull it off. It's hanging on the back there. You just lift and pull out. That filter should be cleaned out on a regular basis. If it hasn't been that bad of a week, you want to go ahead and just hit it with an air hose, get as much dirt over it as possible. If it's been wet and it's nice and muddy and dirty, you want to go ahead and clean it with water. Make sure that it's dry before you put it back in, or having a spare is not a bad idea to have, so that way you can put it in and get back to work.